This is a production of PBS 39.
For 17-year-old twins Michael and David Torres, art acts as a positive form of expression, a way of putting their feelings down on paper. A sharp contrast from the way they used to express their emotions, through anger and outrage.
Always fighting in school. I was going down the wrong path, you know, hanging out with the wrong people, getting into the wrong group, negative activity and stuff.
Behavior that got them thrown out of school and placed in juvenile detention.
It's painful. It hurts a lot, and sometimes I just want to just to give up.
Fortunately, Judy found help for her kids through Buxmont Academy, one of 8 alternative schools that specialize in an emerging social science known as restorative practices.
We're based on the idea that this is a community and that everything that we do affects other people.
With its roots in restorative justice, the theory was further developed and implemented into schools by Ted Wachtell, the recently inaugurated president of the International Institute for Restorative Practices, or IARP, in Bethlehem.
It gives me a very hopeful feeling that we can do something of consequence and make a dent in the world in a good way.
The IARP allows teachers to obtain graduate degrees in restorative practices so they can implement the practice into their own classrooms, using both high control and high support, doing things with students rather than to or for them.
What we are learning are a lot of the philosophies that is going to be put forth in these programs.
Things like peer mediation, family group conferencing, and classroom circles, activities that foster communication and resolution.
Teaching them actually how to deal with issues, how to make decisions, and how to make things right.
But restorative practices aren't just reactionary in nature. Experts say it works to prevent problems by giving students like Michael and David the chance to speak and actively listen.
We'll just have a little, like a ball or a pumpkin or something to go around, and that person is the only person that speaks at that time.
Students take turns sharing their daily goals.
One thing I'd like to accomplish today would be just go out and look for a job.
While others offer positive feedback about their fellow classmates.
Just want to thank you for believing in me.
They have a good feeling, they want to speak up, they want to be heard.
Staff say both David and Michael have made tremendous progress academically and socially.
These kids do great here. They're leaders here, and they're positive leaders here.
Something David says makes him proud.
I try to help people, because I've been through it. I know I did it all.
And as for the boy's mother, she says Buxmont Academy gave her kids the chance for a better future.
That's all I'm asking for, is a high school diploma. And thanks to this school, I know they're going to get it now.
A recent study shows at-risk youth exposed to restorative practices have 58% lower offending rates, increased social values and self-esteem, and are more likely to complete school. Results that led to using the practice in public schools, including Palisades High School.
It's nothing you can really see, but you really have to feel, and it's become a part of our culture.
First implemented in the 1998-1999 school year, Palisades tailored the science to fit the school's needs, using circles to deal with problems as they arise.
Using language that's inappropriate, talking while other people are talking, not being respectful.
Issues that are often present in schools, but not tolerated at this one.
Whenever something happens, they usually talk about it, and they're just like, how do you guys feel about this? And they really try to get to know our opinions, not just their opinions.
Since its inception, the program has shown promising results, with a dramatic decrease in the number of detentions and discipline referrals.
This year we've only had 2, where about this time, a couple years ago, we were probably seeing 10, 11, 12, 13.
One number that has increased, the number of times a student reports a problem.
I think they feel comfortable. I think the students feel like it's going to be addressed.
Working together to develop a strong sense of community.
If we all create the problem, we can all solve the problem together.
In education, we talk about teaching kids content. I believe restorative practices offer us the opportunity to teach them about relationships.
By engaging students in a way that's positive, encouraging them to become part of the solution instead of just part of the problem.